today we're touring a house in Awatuki in the 85044 zip code. And you don't want to miss this toilet in this house, you guys. I've never seen anything like it. It's a really cute 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, but this toilet is just so interesting. So yeah, at least stick around for that. All right, so this is the front of the house. So you've got the garage, 2-car garage. And then you have like this little walkway right here. And it's actually blocked off. So to get to the front door, you have to walk through this gate. So there's a doorbell here. There's also the Ring camera. And then when you go through this gate, that's where the front door is. So some of the older homes built like in the early 90s, I see this, not often, but I do see it. But it has a really cute little courtyard. Very Arizona-ish. And of course you've got the gorgeous view of South Mountain. And then over here on the side, this is the neighbor's house. So this is what's called a zero lot line, because the lot line, the boundary of the house, is actually the neighbor's house. And then over here is the entrance to the garage, which isn't super common. I mean, we do see it, but a lot of homes have entry to the house from the garage and not have it separate like this. Just your standard 2-car garage. And you'll notice in Awatuki and in many cities in the Phoenix area, the garages have this little step up. And I think that's for your tire, so you don't hit the wall. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but that's my thought. And then you have the water heater. And you know I've mentioned this before, but a soft water loop is a must in my opinion. And if a house you're buying doesn't have that, at least getting that done, because the water here is so hard, it will mess up your appliances. You'll get that calcium buildup. I'm gonna do things a little different. I'm gonna start out here because this is actually the backyard, right here. There's no fence or anything, so that's why you have that gate over here, so nobody can come in your backyard, or if you have pets. But it's kind of different how the front door is behind that gate, and you can't see the front door from the house. The wall is really high because it's up on this step, so it feels very, very private and quiet back here. I definitely think this has a lot of potential. Be very peaceful, and you have this shade over here. I think I would take out some of this rock and put like a little sitting area. But that door right here, that goes to the living room, but I'll show you that on the inside. I just wanted to take you around back here. But notice how the shade, how there actually is shade. That's always something I like to point out when looking at homes that afternoon is, do you get any shade, or is it just blistering hot and sunny? So let's go inside. Here we are. So when you first walk in, you've got the main living area, the kitchen. There's that back patio we were just at. I personally love that there's a fireplace. I know a lot of people say, what's the point in Arizona? Like, yeah, we use it like 7 days a year, but I just think it looks nice. And those few days you can use it is so nice. Got a little built-in shelf here. And then the countertop comes out enough that you could put bar stools. And then here is where you would put your kitchen or your dining table. It's a pretty pretty decent space. You could do a longer rectangle one or a round table. I think either way would look good. It's a smaller home, but it is full of character, and I really like that the ceilings are so tall and vaulted because it makes it feel so much more open and larger than it is. I never notice how loud my shoes are until I do these videos because that's all I hear in my shoes. All right, so this is bedroom 1. Can't find the light. Got the nice shutter, ceiling fan. And these are laminate wood. Got a double door. Definitely gives it, oh, there's the light. Like that this is like an office just because of the shape of the room and the fact that it's got those double doors. Plus it's a pretty view of the landscaping out there. And then here in the kitchen you have granite. And I thought this was kind of fun. Look, the light is down here. And you have tile. It's kind of nice when you're doing the dishes, you actually have something to look at. Soap dispenser. And then that button is for the garbage disposal. Dishwasher. And this is kind of unique, how it's open shelving. And I think these cabinets are so nice. I like the quality. And then, you know I love me a pull-out trash can. Yes, please. And this to put those long pans and cutting boards that there's never a good spot for. And the little things like a paper towel holder. How nice is that? This right here is technically your pantry, so there's not a walk-in pantry, but you do get this extra shelving here. And for people that need more storage than what's offered, I always look for extra space. Like right over here, there's plenty of room. You could put a shorter, long piece, like a credenza or some shelving for extra storage, or like a coffee bar. And the door opens over here, so it's not like it would get in the way when people are going outside. So that's something I always pay attention to. I just want to show you these cabinets just because they remind me of like a cabin, the coloring, but they're in really, really good shape. They got the soft close. These things are so hard to keep clean. That needs a little bit of elbow grease, don't you think? Shelving. I don't know why these are called Lazy Susans, because when you have to bend over and keep pushing these things to try to find whatever you hid in there, you're not lazy. You're the opposite of lazy. So why are they called a Lazy Susan? Look at that for your spices or like your cooking spray. And then another open. So much you could do with that. I mean, if you have a lot of stuff, you could stack your dishes and make it look all nice and pretty and organized. Or just like decor, just to make it more visually appealing. Here's the guest bathroom. Here's this toilet I was telling you guys about. So you've got the same cabinets and countertops that are in the kitchen. Hello. Okay, the toilet is plugged in. I have never, ever, ever seen this before. Look at this. And then, don't worry guys, I'll wash my hands. Look at this, you just, what in the world? Have you ever seen that? I have never seen one like that before, and I've seen probably 1,000+ toilets, so tell me what the point of that is. I don't understand. It's a nice guest shower. It's really clean. And the glass is clean, which is rare. Usually they're full of water stains, so that's nice. Oh, by the way, that's a skylight. Isn't that nice? All right, I love storage. I don't have a linen closet at my house, so this is amazing to me. You could actually put towels, or if you're way over the top, you could have cute little baskets that are labeled. All right, so this is another thing that took me by surprise. This is a combo washer dryer. Who's used one of these? Do they work? Do you like them? What do you like about them? What don't you like about them? I want to know everything, because I think it'd be nice to have 2 of these. You know, I have 4 kids. How nice would that be to get 2 loads done at the same time? I think it'd be pretty cool. All right, bedroom 2. Again, nice shutters, ceiling fan. Nice little closet. I kind of like when rooms aren't square, like how it has these different angles. I just think it makes it a little more unique, something different. All right, and then here is the master. This kind of has the same thing, those little pop out where the window is, little bay window, but then you get those angles. And that looks out front. And then here is closet. And this has the, when you hang them, you put them backwards and then they like, can't see my hand here, hook this way when you hang them. We're so used to seeing the rods. Another thing when you're looking for homes is to figure out where the bed would go. Because obviously you're not gonna put a bed right here. That makes no sense. So you wanna make sure you have enough room for everything. And so always share with your realtor what size your bed is as well. Because I know personally I have a king. I don't think I would want to do a queen, but some people don't care. But a room like this, I think a king might be a little too big. It will take up most of the room. I think a queen or a double, but probably a queen would be just fine. And I would put it along this wall. That's probably what the previous owner did, because you see the TV right there. So that makes sense. Then you have the bathroom. Another thing you don't always see are doors. If you're from out of town, you're used to the master bathroom having a door between the bedroom, and we don't have that a lot here. So this is not always common, but it's kind of nice to have that pocket door. Again, these cabinets are in pretty good shape. These are different than the other ones. They're not soft close, but they still look to be in pretty good shape. Double sink. Also is look under here just to see like was anything leaking. And then you have a shower tub in here. And this, my friends, is a regular toilet. I like what they did in here. Instead of just a basic shower tub, it's nice they did the tile. And this little nook here, you could put all your shampoo and stuff and put your leg up there to shave your legs. And then over here is the second closet. So So 2 closets in here. Super cute home. I definitely think this would be a great house for either a first-time home buyer or even as a second home for somebody that maybe just wants to live here in the in the winter months here in Arizona, because it can be really low maintenance with the yard. HOA is pretty low, but I think it's a great house. I definitely see the vision here. Thanks for joining me. Again, we are in Awatuki in the 85044 zip code. And if you have any questions about moving here, or you'd like a list of homes for sale in Awatuki, you can reach out to me online at theforkandbrockgroup.com. Connect with me on Instagram, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most important, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video, what you thought about that toilet and the washer dryer combo, and anything else you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.